Donald Trump Jr. says he is willing to testify under oath about his meeting with the Russian lawyer promising damaging information on Hillary Clinton. Trump Jr. yesterday released an email chain about the meeting written during the campaign. The Kremlin has denied involvement, and calls of collusion are growing louder. The president has taken to Twitter to defend his son. Correspondent Mark Irons has more from the White House. Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, Lauren. Donald Trump Jr. calls the charge of collusion ridiculous. The president hasn't been seen in public since his return from Europe Saturday, but his private lawyer is speaking out. Trump's attorney says today that the president was not aware of his son's meeting with the Russian lawyer. And on Twitter, the president is again calling the investigation the greatest witch hunt in political history.
President Trump says his son is open, transparent, and innocent. He's also questioning the media's reporting, despite the fact his son personally released 4 pages of emails about a meeting with a Russian lawyer. Last night, Donald Trump Jr. spoke for himself, saying, "In retrospect, I probably would have done things a little differently. Again, this is before the Russia mania. This is before they were building it up in the press. For me, this was opposition research." Meanwhile, the Russian lawyer Natalia Veselnitskaya continues to deny she worked for the Kremlin. She also says she had no damaging information on Hillary Clinton.
When it was suggested that I meet with Donald Trump Jr., I met him in a private situation. It was a private meeting, not related at all to the fact that he was the son of the candidate.
The new setback raises fresh questions about whether the Trump campaign coordinated with Moscow during the election. It's a charge the president has denied for months. But Republicans in Congress are shrugging it off, saying Congress will get to the bottom of it.
We have a special counsel that's doing an investigation over the Justice Department. We have an investigation here in the House. We have an investigation in the Senate. I think it's very important that these professionals in these committees do their jobs so that we can get to the bottom of all of this.
Democrats aren't buying that and are predictably furious.
When there was clear evidence in black and white that this was part of a Russian government effort to help Trump and discredit Clinton, is really what was the basis of our whole investigation to start with.
A photo of people praying over the president came up during today's press briefing. A White House spokeswoman said they were members of the president's faith advisory. She says it's ridiculous to suggest the president only prays during a crisis. Lauren.
And how is the White House weathering all of these reports?
Well, the revelation that Trump Jr. was eager to accept information from Moscow is said to have been a blow to White House aides. The White House is pushing to move on with the president's agenda. President Trump himself tweeted, quote, "The White House is functioning perfectly."
Correspondent Mark Irons at the White House. Thank you, Mark.